Welcome into Jesus. I almost said the warning. Toons Brothers React. We have Down Under Dave, Louie, Darren, another Toons brother, which I assure you will enjoy immensely more than the juvenile Scotty that was on here before. I, of course, am Rob, and Dave, what are we doing tonight?
We are doing part 2 of the Pepsi Center concert. This also includes a little 10th anniversary video in there as well. So they made a special video to celebrate the 10 years as a band. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what Darren says about this, because Darren is the other lucky bastard that's going out to see The Warning in July with Rob. Gets to meet the girls. I'm
excited.
And me too, and I'm not even going.
All right. Louie, are you looking forward to this? Can you guys read that? This is a new feature they just added to show the comments on the stage. That's pretty small on my screen.
Yeah,
I can read it, but I wouldn't want to be reading on a phone.
Happy Day. So now it's jumped.
Forget that. I'll do what I usually do, and I'll just throw them up.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, folks. This is part 2 of 2. There will not be a part 3. I'm going to complete it all tonight. And I just have one question for Dave. Will you let Rob know if there's any back-to-back songs ahead of time so we don't cut it off and upset the viewers?
There are no back-to-back songs.
There are no back-to-back songs?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to this. I don't know what the songs are going to be, but a couple on the other video. I like them, they're okay, the previous video we did, but I'm sure I'm looking more forward to this. There's probably going to be less songs that I might not care for. I'm going to have to be honest. I'm not a every single song Warning fan, but I do like the bulk of their material. So that's all I'm going to say. And our new guest can throw out what he has to say.
Before you chime in there, Darren, we've already got 2 familiar faces on here. Brian Steele and Raider fan chiming in. Apparently it is Happy Alley Day in Australia.
It is.
And really? Okay, that's fine. Raider fan saying the Warning Army's in the house. And we've got Toons Brothers getting ready to react to the Toons Sisters from Brave Retreat Studios. So, Darren, welcome to a very entertaining group of people, of which there's 25, soon to be over 100. So Ray Mattel says, I see you're still on the potty, Lewis.
Spell my name right, okay? I got my name. Okay, it's off the screen right now. But anyway, there, see?
No, thanks for the invite to the reaction for the second half of the show. I've wanted to join the show for The Warning for a while now. I just haven't had the opportunity. I am lucky to be going to the show in Minneapolis and have the opportunity to meet the ladies. I am still somewhat of a Warning virgin. I have not heard most of their music, so this will be, I'm not even sure what songs we'll be listening to tonight, so my reaction will more than likely be 100% new and honest to what we're about to watch. Thank you, Raider fan. Glad to be here.
Do you reckon Guns N' Roses should redo their song and call Welcome to the Bathroom?
Yes. Thank you, Gabriel. Always funny. All right. So let me cue this bad boy up. I believe we left off with Survive, right? So it should kick in with Error to lead this off, I believe.
Should do, yes.
All right. Let's see here.
No glitchy tonight?
No what?
You're not glitching tonight?
No, not so far.
I still think it was Scott that did it.
Well, what? Keep talking, guys.
Yeah, this is the good thing about live.
Yep.
We'll wait for Rob to get it right.
All right, God
We might
damn
be
it.
here a while.
Yeah,
I didn't think this through. It's not like a DVD or DVR. It's not going to pick up where I left off.
No, you got to go back.
So I'm going to have to do some scrolling here. So I will put the video on mute while you guys talk, and I'll try to figure it out.
All right.
Oh, Darren.
So give me a rundown of what everybody's synopsis was of the first half of this show.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Other than probably two songs that Louis didn't really like because they're emotional, I think he was okay with the rest. And, of course, a great rendition of Enter Sandman that they do. I think you would have liked the first one.
With a little bit of an orchestra, cellos, and
a real one.
players.
All right. And where was the show?
So they're at
Filmed
Pepsi
at?
Center in Mexico City.
Okay.
So this was their 10th. This is their 10th anniversary show. So 10 years as a band.
And the estimated attendance of said show.
But I need you to see.
8,000.
Okay.
It's obviously not the biggest crowd they play to in Mexico because they have supported some big bands there as well. So
I apologize. It's all Scott's fault.
Que nos ayudaron a preparar esta increíble sorpresa para todos ustedes.
Okay, so that must be Enter Sandman, right?
yes, that's correct.
That's the ending.
No, Survives the ending.
No, that was the ending of that song you mentioned.
Oh,
Don't come to me saying that you care, but I want
Yeah.
I love the ending of Survive so much. We're going to pick it up here,
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
and then I'll just let it play through the next song before we check back.
No worries.
All right, here we go.
that you're worried that I'll be hurting if you're gone. Don't come to me saying that you're sorry. Your words mean nothing. Your words mean nothing at all. You said that we were perfect for each other. never truly wrong to wanna go. What do you want to know? I'm the error inside. At the end of the day, you borrow time. Everybody must die. It's the freedom of choice that kills the mind. And I choose to just think of it. You can free me, but you don't. I'm the error you hide. But you always want me so. Grab my hand, let me guide you. We could be something greater. If you let me, I'll make you the savior. It shall be your destruction, but you know it's your purpose. Sacrifices are made to be perfect. You didn't reap the side effects, and how you want us to connect. It's never truly wrong to wanna go. What do you want to know? I'm the error inside. At the end of the day, borrow time. Everybody must die. It's the freedom of choice that kills the mind. And I choose to just think of it. You can free me, but you don't. I'm the error you hide. But you will always want me so. You are blind to the nature, perfect program disaster. You're my maker, but you're not my master. I'm the error inside. At the end of the day, borrow time. Everybody must die. It's the freedom of choice that kills the mind. And I choose to just think of it. You can free me, but you don't. I'm the error you hide. But you will always want me so.
Oh, hey, Dave. What'd you think?
G'day, how are you? That's a bit big.
Error.
Great song off a great album. Obviously, the best album in the catalogue. Although he doesn't agree, but that's fine. And just to the commenter, no, we've got a less obnoxious bald man today. We've done a trade.
Hopefully, we'll get better.
I don't know if you saw any of the Scotty stuff last week, Darren, but
No, but I've been told.
it was bad. But so it's good to see you weren't waving anything or showing us an album or
No, I'm paying attention.
good.
Nah.
Yeah, once again, just an excellent performance. It's a great song. I like it. I can never remember how the 011011011 go, but
I think it's 11000011. Louis,
I'll forget it every time.
did you
You're
get
on
all
mute.
the bathroom jokes that everybody's been throwing at you?
You're muted.
You muted, Louis.
I was
There we go.
coughing a lot and I didn't want to interrupt the song. Sorry about that. I was, first of all, I did see some of the bathroom comments. I'm not using the bathroom. I'm only in it. If I did this broadcast from my kitchen, doesn't mean I'm eating. If I do the broadcast from my bedroom, doesn't mean I'm sleeping. So I'm in this room, doesn't mean I'm shitting, okay? See? Pants. All right? Chill out.
Got no bum in them though.
Now for the song. I think it's a good standard warning song. I don't think it's their best. I love a lot of songs a lot more. And I'm hoping I'll hear one or two of them during the course of this show. You know, when you see me bobbing my head and doing this, means I'm liking the song. You'll know what my reaction will be. All right, but it's a good, solid song, good thing, you know, standard for the warning to play, and that's all I'm going to say at this point.
All right. Practice some deep breathing to bring your blood pressure down before the next one starts.
It's
Darren, your reaction to, well, you can react to if you want the end, one of the greatest endings of any song live in Survive, but the song was Error.
I really liked the song. Now, the ending to the previous one was top notch. I enjoyed that as well. I thought Danny delivered tremendously in the song Error, and watching Pow on drums was fucking fantastic. For the first time seeing them, like I said, I've heard some of their music, but this would be the first time actually seeing them play. I haven't seen any videos. This is the first time seeing any concert footage. I thought it was amazing.
They are, and you nailed it. And it's virtually, I think, safe to say every person who's ever first seen The Warning, everybody's first reaction is, holy shit, look at Pow. And we're talking back when she was like, what was the earliest age for her in these videos and concerts? Like
16.
13?
Well, 16 if you go for the major stuff,
but yeah, but the early stuff. I
yeah.
mean,
Well, I think probably 11 is probably when we first saw her.
I got a question for Darren, or because I had to step out for a moment, take some cough medicine. Darren, you have an opinion of the previous song we ended on before going?
Yeah, he said something.
Heard? Did you mention that also?
No, I thought the ending was
Survive song.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the ending was great. I mean,
Yeah.
I think, the way that they played it out was wonderful.
All right, I just wanted to give you a chance if you didn't say so already.
Yeah, I'm not one, Raul, who will ever hound people for subs or likes. I assume in 2025, people know what they're going to do. If they want to do it, they can do it. I hear from all of the, people who've been doing this longer than me on their videos. Oh, hit the like button. It really helps this channel. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If you guys like it, you like it. I agree. 72 people should be more than 7 likes. I always like a video about 5-10 seconds in. I know if I'm going to like it or not when I'm watching YouTube, but I'm not going to bother anybody with that stuff. But thank you for pointing it out.
We are an hour earlier than usual.
It's true. I also had Danny stand out for me on this one, which no surprise, but I don't remember her singing with that kind of angry rasp before. That was awesome. That's not on the studio track like that, right?
No, I think she always attacks it a bit more in the live.
Oh man, yeah, you're gonna love watching all these. Well, especially Danny and Pau because they've got such emotion. Allie's the bass player is much more of the quiet, cool, but they all
the bass line. I mean, it definitely stood out.
No, I'm saying their antics, animations, and stuff. But yes, every one of these girls is a fantastic musician and absolute born rock star entertainers. So we will jump back into what do we got now? Okay, I'm not going to say a word because people, I have never talked to Darren about this band ever. So he does not know my opinions unless he's watched Warning videos, which I don't think he's done as far as our reaction stuff. So the next song is Sick. And we will see what everybody thinks. What am I? You guys are all staring at something. Did I miss a comment?
No, I'm just reading some of the comments. That's all.
Oh, they'll all come up, dude. I catch up.
Okay.
You don't have to squint. You don't have to squint at it. Anyway, so the next song.
Someone was pointing out that they were all sick during this concert too. So
yes, they were, which is just an unbelievable feat in itself. Anybody out there who's had any major shit flu bug or something, you can barely get off the couch some days. So, all right, where was I? Here I was. Here we go. Yep. You know, I want to try something before this plays.
Did you finish your thought? You were saying something about you.
I'm just going to say I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to announce the next song is Sick, and then we'll go from there. I need to edit this layout because I'm tired of your face being covered every time there's a comment. So I'm going to try to add a camera slot here.
It worked well last
I
week.
wouldn't mind if it covered up Lewis's face, though.
Yeah, make it cover. Put me at the bottom. I don't mind face being covered. They'll see my bathroom. Let's give them less reason to bitch.
So how do you get it to fit in here?
Apparently, someone said the likes went up after Louis showed he was wearing pants.
All right, let me try something now.
Put me at the bottom. That's all.
How come I can't freaking? Hey, welcome to Rob's Technical Issues. Whoa! I didn't say point me out.
AI taking over.
Yeah. I'm getting it. God dang it.
I don't know about you guys, but you know that AI voice that has like the southern accent that almost sounds like Paul Winfield? He's like everywhere. You know, last night, you know, he's the guy that does the Friday plans. I'll take 150. Thank you very much, and all that shit. He's on every that voice is on AI and everywhere, and it's really pissing me off. Every time I go to a video thinking I'm going to hear a certain celebrity or somebody say something, it turns out to be that AI voice narrating instead. I click right off that. So the message to all you people using that AI voice that sounds like this guy over here, this and that, blah, 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 blah. I'm clicking off your fucking video in two fucking seconds.
Someone in the comments says that Rob is still the best looking.
That's fine with me.
That is an absolute lie.
I bet you Rob wrote that.
I did not.
That's why it's taking so long.
No, what you're all seeing is a how not to run a YouTube channel video right here.
Yeah, especially live.
All right, now would you say, Lou?
I said especially live.
Oh yeah. And the new guy, Darren. There you go. All right, I think I got everything figured out. Everybody says the same wow, and that drummer is. Why is this comment not showing up on the screen? You guys see anything past the lightning bolt?
No. The drummer is, and it ends right there.
All right. Well, the drummer is.
That's all it says in the actual.
Yeah, that is all it says. Never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe he ran out of characters.
100 likes and Lewis will sing "Creep."
Please, nobody liked the video.
No.
All sick with the flu, says Ray Metal. The likes went up after Lewis showed he was wearing pants. Coincidence? All right, let's play the song and I'll keep up with the comments and we'll go from there. All right, here we go. Sick. I swear.
Help me now, 'cause I only debate. kill the silence. Give me violence, kill the silence, till it makes me feel, till it makes me feel, till it makes me feel sick. Leave me ruined. Show me that I'm human, till it makes me feel, till it makes me feel, till it makes me feel sick.
Okay, Darren, we'll start with you.
I'm gonna say I liked it, but didn't like it as much as the first song that I heard. I thought musically it was still tremendous. Pow was still amazing on the drums. That's what stood out to me the most on here. I just felt it was a little bit, I don't want to say, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I don't want to say
Horrific?
weak. What's that?
Horrific?
I don't want to say horrific. No, I just,
Okay.
apparently you don't like it, but I don't think it's bad. I just think it wasn't as good as the first one I heard.
Okay, Louie.
Muted.
Must have been farting.
I keep muting. No, I was coughing. I just don't want my snorts and coughs to come across. Anyway, as for the song on the album, it's one of my better chosen songs. But compared to the rest of the catalog on the other albums, I think it pales significantly. So it's a good song, solid rocker. But it's what the fans want to hear that song, and I can accept the song, and that's as far as I'll go.
I'd say they probably didn't know that one much at that stage because it would have been new. Because of course
Hey.
this was the era tour.
You don't know how old I am. What do you mean you guys are too old for this? Clint Eastwood.
Rob's only 27.
Yeah, make my day, punk. Right? Clint Eastwood picture? Yeah. Anyway, Dave.
Well, as you know, this is one of my favorite songs off Keep Me Fed, so I have no issue with it at all. I think they play it well. I'll let the lambasting go to Rob because he does love this song.
Well, first I want to inform everybody I try to take this format more seriously than our regular podcast, which is a lot more fun, tongue-in-cheek. For what Dave just said, I would have put this up on the other channel, but he seems to love everything The Warning does. God bless him.
No, that's not true.
All right. Yes, and the fans knew, or fans of The Warning, not fans of me. I do not think that way. The reactors, the commenters knew, the reactors to our acting of reacting to the action. You could see the comments coming in. They knew this was killing me. I don't like this song. I never have. There's one part that even back on Victory Cast, I said I do like this part, and that's that give me, silence of the lambs or whatever she's saying on that part. Other than that, I can't stand the sick, and you all know my take on it. It's not going to change live or Memorex. But I think I did a good job in not swaying anybody and letting them form their own opinions. Of course,
Are you gonna point it out to the girls when you meet them?
if they ask.
But can you get my album signed first?
I wouldn't wait a minute. This was to me. I didn't even read it. I think you didn't like Sick video. Well, there's so much I didn't like about that video, from the studio mixing to the actual video itself.
He can't argue with that because he likes Automatic Sun and it's got just as much on there.
Yes. Yeah. It's just something about this song. It's like teenage angst. It just bothers me. It strikes me as just
you being so young. I thought you would have liked that.
No,
I just want to say one little thing. So far, out of all the versions I've heard of this song, I like the MTV Awards thing they did. That was my favorite version of the song. I thought they did it best there, in my personal opinion. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, it is. I'll tell you what. I'll throw Sick and Olive Branch. It is not even in the same area code as Terrible as Apologize. Okay. So it's somewhat growing on me, but even if I really liked the song, I will honestly say this: I don't understand why it's so popular, chart wise or whatever, compared to Automatic Sun or More or Hell You Call a Dream. Even if I really like the song, it's not in that league to me. But
on its worst day, it's better than anything on Monster.
Yes. There you go. You're hearing me say it. Sick is better than any Kiss song on their last album. There you go. All right. So what do we got next? We have a what?
It's the 10th anniversary video they did.
10th anniversary video. All right. Hold on.
So it's part of the concert. They played this 10th anniversary video. That's the number after 9, Rob.
So this is just a tribute video?
Yeah, it's them, little interview with them, and shows a few little clips from their past. Okay. Little emotional piece.
Aaron is going to check out quick because he's losing sound. He's going to reboot and come back. Perfect timing because this is not actually something to react to. So we will bring up the 10th anniversary video, I guess. That's all I can see.
Yep.
In the description. Whoa. Did you lie to me?
No. So, hang on, let's look.
No, it's what it says after Sick.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let it play. See what the heck. How am I on the first video? Oh, man, it reset on me. Are you kidding?
I was going to say, we've heard that.
Talk amongst yourselves. There's the video.
There's the video. Hello, Darren, wherever you are. Did NASCAR come on and he's gone and done the...
No. Okay, so this must still be the last song then.
Bueno, cuando empezó la banda yo tenía 7 años, creo, no estoy segurísima si tenía 7 o acaba de cumplir 8.
Qué cañón. Sí, cuando veo fotos y todo es de que era una bebé. ¿Qué onda?
Ya tocábamos nuestros instrumentos desde muy chiquitas, pero nunca habíamos tocado juntas. O sea, no era de que como un plan, de que, sí, cada quien va a tocar su instrumento para hacer una banda y vamos a hacer esto.
Nada era importante, nada era... O sea, era solo diversión, ¿no?
Poder hacerlo juntas yo creo que fue lo más divertido, ya que todas estábamos chiquitas y sí, así empezamos a tocar juntas. Ahí fue en donde como nació esta idea de seguir haciendo música juntas.
Yo creo que ya fue un cambio bien cañón el empezar a tocar en vivo y el empezar a notar que gente nos conocía y quería conocer más de nuestra música y de nosotras. ¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué eres? ¿Qué soy?
Todo ese año, todos mis 14 años fueron un momento muy fuerte como que de la banda y en empezar a tomarnos en serio de que ok, ahora esto es mi trabajo.
¿Cuál es el precio de tener una banda de 10 años a tus 23?
El precio.
Yo creo que sí hemos crecido mucho juntas y nos hemos ayudado mucho a crecer en este ambiente que crecimos, que es muy diferente al que una persona normal hubiera crecido. Ay, no, iba. Y son 10 años, la mitad de mi vida.
Lo que no nos gustaría, pero sí llegó de la nada y boom.
O sea, cuando se hizo viral, obviamente fue el momento en donde pues, empezó nuestra carrera. Como que no entendía lo que significaba estar pasando por todo eso. Ese fue el momento en donde nosotras como oficialmente empezamos a trabajar.
Y no le tengo resentimiento, pero sí me puedo acordar de Dani chiquita con mucho miedo.
Es algo cansado, pero también el poder hacerlo con mis hermanas, hacerlo con mis papás, con el equipo que tenemos. O sea, realmente todos son como familia. Sí, no me puedo imaginar haciendo esto sola, ni de chiste.
Pero Dios, ha estado increíble. He vivido cosas que jamás pensé que iba a vivir. Tengo tantas más por vivir y todo con gente que quiero muchísimo. Por más increíble o pesado que sea, lo puedo hacer con mi familia.
Ese día lloré mucho. Ya no era, estamos haciendo covers, somos una banda de covers. Estamos sacando nuestro disco. Tipo, iba creciendo nuestro equipo. Era que, híjole, no soy solo yo. También es Rudy, también es Carlos, también es Lalo.
Y ya no me acuerdo cómo llegó a que la gente empezó a siquiera querer vernos tocar en vivo.
En esos momentos estás tan en automático que de repente me veo tocar y digo, ¿cómo sé hacer eso?
¿A qué hora aprendimos eso? A través de los años empezamos a tocar todavía más. Tuvimos experiencias muy chidas abriéndole a gente muy importante.
¿Cómo fregados llegamos a ese momento? O sea, es una oportunidad así, one in a million, que no entiendo cómo estuvimos ahí. Obviamente yo vi ese performance 10,000 veces, que no podía creer que éramos nosotras. Yo creo que lo que yo considero el momento más importante de nuestra carrera fue abrir la Muse. Es impresionante ver tanta gente en un lugar. ¿En qué momento? ¿En qué momento? Es demasiada gente. Ver ese cambio en el crecimiento de nuestro público, no solo en nuestro país, pero mundialmente.
Estamos a 50 días de que nos fuimos de casa y a punto de tocar el estadio más grande que hemos tocado en nuestras carreras.
Está bien raro pensar que llevamos 10 años haciendo esto, porque pues siento que apenas vamos empezando. Qué cañón poder ser parte de historia. Eso es lo que somos, familia. Eso se trata nuestro trabajo, ¿me explico? Ese soy yo, eso somos nosotras. No hay manera de describir ese momento.
Aprendí demasiado, crecí demasiado.
Si esto nos está pasando ahorita, ¿qué nos va a estar en el futuro? Pues ojalá que podamos seguir creciendo, que todos podamos seguirlo haciendo juntos. Ya hemos crecido como familia. Nos encanta hacer esto, por hacerlo juntas es toda una bendición.
Son una parte tan grande de mi vida que me da mucho gusto que lo pude haber hecho estos 10 años y que lo puedo hacer por muchos más.
Okay, Darren, did you get your stuff worked out? First of all, before you answer that,
I
Darren,
hope so.
Earth is flat. I don't know what that is, but it says $10. Buy that guy on the can some Charmin. If that's like a $10 thing for the channel, thank you. I don't know how this stuff works, so wow, awesome.
Yeah, there's a bit on the page that you can donate money.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Go ahead, Darren. You got your issue fixed out, you said?
I hope so.
Okay, and Matt, don't even bother with Vacant Heart. He's an ultimate piece of garbage that started out on our regular videos as a cool guy and has quickly turned into one of the most obnoxious, hateful people in the world. So I quickly put him in a timeout. He went on to make some other comments on here that were absolutely inappropriate. He knows the warning is not his heavy metal stuff. He comes here just to be a jerk, so he's gone. Okay. Dave, your reaction to the video.
Oh, thank God for that. I could just hear this fluid and I'm thinking, Louis not taking a piss, is he? Thanks, Darren. That saves some embarrassment. Yeah, it's very emotional. And I hate seeing...
Doesn't it all go into his colostomy bag? I mean...
I hate seeing the Mrs. Future Rob Meyer with tears in her eyes. It's quite depressing. So, but yeah, I have seen that before, so I'm not going to cry because I've teared on it before. Like I didn't tear on Breathe last week either because I've pre-teared.
All right, I'm going to go next, and you could finish it off, Louis, because I don't get it. And I saw everybody, talking about will we or will we not shed a tear for it's a happy deal. I don't understand their tears. I certainly don't understand tearing for them. Had their cat died or their parents died or their career gotten taken away from them, that's sad. I've never understood happy tears ever. And I'm not knocking them for it. I just don't get it. I mean, if something makes me happy, the last thing in the world it does is make me want to cry. But that's me.
You haven't laughed so hard you cried?
Well, that's different. That's a physical reaction. That's not an emotional reaction. That's your eyes. You can't help that.
I think it's because
if you sneeze a lot of times, your eyes will start watering. That's a whole different thing. I don't understand why they were crying instead of celebrating and being giddy, but
I just think they were because they were talking about the family. That's all.
Dave, I've known Rob for over 30 years. He has the emotional intelligence of a potato.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll say no more than.
No, and I'm not knocking it. I just don't understand it. I mean, to me, it's cool. I'm reading everything. It was very interesting and informative. But at the same time, like then you're talking about, oh, this was so big. This is so important. Oh, this was awesome. Well, then what are you crying for? I mean, that's my mentality. I don't understand happy tears. Never will. Louis.
Happy tears, I do a lot more than I do sad ones.
Thank you, Louis.
Sad, my sad turns to anger, but sometimes there could be an emotional level that just so overwhelms you that it causes you to tear up because it's something so beautiful, you know. But for them, I guess they're the ones living that life. We're only seeing what they perform. So everything they put into it, you know, young kids learning music, playing, creating songs, becoming this big worldwide sensation, and everything else. I'm sure it's overwhelming, and it's going to cause that effect. But if that documentary was the first thing I ever saw from The Warning, I probably wouldn't want to further go into their, you know, into their career to see anything else. I don't think that's a video for people who are already Warning fans. I don't think that
that's
video
why it was
would.
played at the concert.
I don't think that would attract any new fans, from my point.
And I don't want to rain on this parade, but there's a comment here, and I, for the life of me, can't figure out why it's upper and lower case. All I know it ends in head, which is usually a good thing. But the bottom line is, his comment is their childhood got taken away from them. Well, you know, that's like the movie star or the rock star bitching and complaining that they can't go to the mall at a food court and eat without a fan bothering them. They got no privacy. Their life's on display. Fame and fortune comes at a price. And to quote the great lucky Paul Stanley, who has made hundreds of millions, if you're lucky enough to win the lottery, don't complain about the taxes. Just shut up. I know there are millions of children who would trade their childhood of growing up on food stamps or hand-me-downs or abusive parents, whatever, in exchange for being, I don't know, internationally famous people making money. That is a weak argument. Not only that, they chose their childhood. Nobody took it from them. They could have at any point in time said, Mom, Dad, no, I want to go play a recess with my friends. That was chose, and it's not a bad thing. So I don't want to rain on this parade. It's a great inspirational video piece, but arguments like that bother the crap out of me, whether it's about childhood or privacy. Anybody who's lucky enough to get what they want in this world, you've got zero right to bitch about the end result.
I don't think they're doing the bitching, though. You just listen to people's comments. They've never bitched about it.
I'm talking about the commenter because
they've always said they're very lucky, but obviously there are sacrifices you make.
I don't
well,
think
sure, sacrifices with anything, but if the payoff is this grandiose thing,
and they're not complaining about it, but they're just saying,
I'm not talking about the warning. I'm talking about that commenter and people with that mindset that you're giving something up to have this great life. Well, the alternative is not having that great life. Nobody made you do it. That's my point.
I just want to say one thing. I don't think their childhood was taken away. They had an opportunity to have a childhood that most kids would never get to have. All right, that's what they have. They have a childhood that they chose to have, and I'm sure they're all happy with that. Said, but that dude's name would be Instant Puddinhead would be his name.
And Zin Jam says it well here. It's what they sacrificed. Again, the trade-off is worldwide fame, and that's what hit me wrong. And it's nothing personal against that commenter, but comments like that drive me nuts because I immediately think of these spoiled, entitled, rich rock stars or actors who bitch and whine that they've got no privacy and a personal life. Yet that doesn't stop them from walking red carpets and putting themselves on every ad and commercial and movie and TV show. So let's, let's just take it down a notch with, the evil of sacrifice. You chose it.
All right, time for more.
All right. I'll catch up with these during more. You got to watch it because when Dave gets on a rant, people, time can just go by. So, you got to reel him.
Yeah,
you got to reel him in.
I'm sorry, too, people. I just get carried away sometimes.
Yeah. There we go. More.
Es que aparte es demasiado divertido estar ahí arriba. Ya quiero regresar. Pónganme en un escenario, por favor.
There's something pulling me away, something criminal, but I can't fight it. Won't you tell me what to say, or pull me in and keep me nice and quiet? Keep me here closer in the clear. Just kill the noise, would you fill my void? Give it all up, would you feed my senses? You know you love it, you love it when I need you. Do you need me? Yeah, you know I love it when you feed me. Yet to leave me begging for more. I feel it slowly creeping in. I feel desire leaves me frozen, stranded, waiting between what could have been. Or am I sinking when I'm fully grounded? Standing still, going for the kill. Just kill the noise, would you fill my void? Give it all up, would you feed my senses? You know you love it, you love it when I need you. Do you need me? Yeah, you know I love it when you feed me. Yet to leave me begging for more. Ok, Ciudad de México, ¿están listos? ¿Están listos para más? ¡No los escuché! ¿Están listos para más? ¡Eso! Ok. Los quiero ver a todos con sus manos arriba. ¡Eso! ¡Oh! ¡Dos! ¡Tres! ¡Cuatro! I want it and you know it. Something never show it. You like it when I'm broken. You like it when I'm broken. You know you love it. You love it when I need you. Do you need me? Yeah. You know you love it. You love it when I need you. Do you need me? Yeah. You know I love it. I love it when you feed me. Yet you leave me begging for more. You know I love it. I love it when you feed me. Yet you leave me begging for more.
God dang it. I'm going to learn which button to come out with. All right. I'm going to go first just to get off my diatribe there, which I had many people backing me up. I appreciate it. Agent 86, Danny's voice is amazing. Why did they distort the crap on the studio version is ridiculous. I agree. However, I like the studio version too. Some songs are just so good they can't be ruined. This was my introduction to The Warning on my original reaction channel. Not a self promoting deal like Lewis, because that channel doesn't exist anymore. I believe it was the MTV awards performance, and I think people at the time were telling me in the comments that they were blindsided and forced to lip sync that, and they were not happy about it. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm old, but I think that's the way the comments hit me. But this song hooked me from reaction one, and I've never looked back. Dave.
That MTV Awards thing you said was totally live. I think each of the bands were given 3 takes to do those. They did both those songs in one take. And
I swear to God, some people in the comments at that time were telling me they were forced to be miming that.
No, it was totally live, and most of the producers had never heard of them and all came out saying, we're fans of The Warning now. So apparently they just blew everyone else off the stage.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which is why they were given even a bigger stage when they did Automatic Sun at the awards last year. So,
okay.
And it's a great song. One of the best off Keep Me Fed for sure.
Yes, it is definitely. I've got 3 ultimate favorites and 2 that are growing on me, and no, 6 not one of them. Even though 6 is, I wouldn't say growing on me, it's becoming less annoying to me. But the other one that stands out to me is Escapism, and God dang it, it'll come to me. But go ahead, Louis.
All right, send in your hate comments as much as you want. I never was a fan of this song. I don't hate it. It's kind of gotten slightly less than me not caring for it, but it's a song that just, I like it just a little bit. And compared to the other songs that's off the Keep Me Fed album, like other songs I like, I hope they're not going to be on this video. They shouldn't be. I like Apologize better. I like Escapism better. I like Satisfied and Consume better. The More is not one of my top tier songs for this album, live or studio. That's how I feel.
Okay, Dave, what did you do to Gerardo now that he's got the Valkenhart or Valkenhart?
I don't know. I would have thought I was the...
And Dave. Boy, Dave. All right, Darren, your take on what we just watched. More.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would like to watch it again. I thought it was a great song. The bass line, again, stood out. I liked, like the beginning verse kind of seems to lull you. And then when it first kicks into the chorus, it just pops you right in the face. Pow does an amazing job getting you into it there when she, getting the crowd into it. I think it's a great song. I don't know, obviously, in our regular channel, I never understood Louis' take on certain things, and I'm not sure why he doesn't care much for this song, but yeah, I don't understand that. I thought it was wonderful.
It's because we like it so much.
Yeah, don't ever try to understand Louis' taste because it's usually wrong. Maurice, the I can't whatever Tecate Festival had multiple bands playing simultaneously, causing sound compromises, and so the studio version was added to the live performance. Was that where the MTV performance was? Is that no? Okay. No. Apparently I'm wrong, but I swear to God there was some stink that the Warning put up over that MTV performance.
That might be the first time I've ever heard you admit that you're wrong.
I said I might be.
Oh,
I said I might be.
I said 100%.
I was wrong once. I put Louis on the show.
Move on your part.
Somebody on here listed one of their favorite. Yeah, Consume. Andrew Wolf put on one of his 3. Consume is the other one that has been growing on me quite a bit. As much as it grieves me, Dave is right. Right about what?
What have I done today?
Yeah.
Is my wig not on properly or something?
I don't know. Who the hell knows? Nothing. Just a little joke on Dave. Don't take it too serious. No, we love ball busting. I was just took me back there that he had another person excluding him from the gentleman.
Oh, yeah, maybe that right. Because see, it's good night, gentlemen. It's not good night for me.
Oh, okay. It's morning there. Okay, gotcha. All right. I will catch up on these comments. Another what? A presentation. What? Oh, that they were made. There was another one. It was a different one. Okay. So I got it confused. So I was partially wrong, but partially right.
Well, you were totally wrong on that one.
Can I put you on mute, Dave? Where's that button? All right. So then, oh boy, look who we got coming up here. We have got money.
Which was my introduction.
Okay, Dave.
Well, I've been on record. It's one of my top 3 warning songs. It's probably close to number 1. Just a perfect song. Danny's delivery once again. You know, I can't wait to go to your wedding.
Yes, me too. Louis.
Man, if I
Does
was
your
your
current wife know about this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she laughed at me.
wife, slapping you.
She's giving him away.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
Well, they nailed it really well. They played it good. Moving in the direction of things I like better about them. I'm still hopeful that this concert will have something I could really sink my teeth into. But so far, it's a good song, and that's where I'm going to stop.
Are you bipolar?
No, why?
Because you were not negative at all about this concert on the first half, and now
Yeah,
you're
the first half seemed to impress me more than this half so far.
you got out of the wrong
I'm
side.
not hearing the gems. I'm hearing the songs that are either okay, pretty good, not so much. I have not heard a gem yet, in my opinion.
There's a lot of crack in that bathroom.
Yeah,
Darren?
and it's
It
not,
ain't
it's not
on
just
your
behind him.
backstage.
I wish you were with us for the Queen of the Murder Scene show. Those songs rip freaking terrific.
All right. Enough with Louis' incorrect statements. Darren.
I thought it was wonderful. Like I said, for like an introduction to their music, so far, the only song I was not like totally impressed with was Sick, but I still liked the song. So I mean, but this song kicked ass. Danny was freaking outstanding. I mean, not to say that the other girls weren't, I mean, but the way that she was stomping around, and I mean, her voice is tremendous. I think that song kicked ass.
To say that Money and More were not noteworthy songs means Louis has zero credibility. This song is my second favorite Warning song of all time. Everybody knows my first favorite song is Choke. But this video, Jesus, like Darren said, the way she was stalking that stage and owning it, and somebody had made a comment earlier about being a great front woman. She's the greatest female front person I've ever seen in my life. And I don't like to say men are different than women, but I can't put her up there with David Lee Roth and some of these people. But for a female fronted band, which there's a lot of great bands in history that were female fronted, it ain't even close. And she's 26, and she just owns the entire arena. It's incredible, phenomenal performance as always. I've never heard them do Money badly ever. Just incredible. Less annoying. Yes, escapism is growing on me. I did not say nothing about escapism in the negative way. Okay, what do we got next that Louis can shit all over? Okay,
Animosity.
we got Animosity coming up next. Okay, well, let's hope
How much of that will Louis have?
Yeah, right. Here we go.
I've already collapsed, so I'll just drown my sorrows in a non-existent world. I don't know what is worse, the utter waste of time or the eroding of my mind. A life means to be dead, a bullet to the head. The guilt's faded away. is going down. Lost inside my thoughts again, living hollow to pretend. Bury the truth of the lie you created. Bury yourself and remember me when you're hollow. Mayday, mayday, this ship is going down. It's killing me again. I'm replaying in my head when I'm alone. I hope that you're alone now. It's not me, it's you. The one never got a clue. Drown in your guilt and burn my thoughts and into that I will.
Oh my goodness! I think I just ran a marathon. Louis, Is this
Now
a-
we got to the warning that I love. See, folks, I hold the warning to a higher standard. Okay, I don't accept the lesser songs. I'm not going to praise them. Tonight, so far for this episode, this has been the best song, and I'm looking forward to even outdo this song. So I don't want to tell you the titles of the songs I love best, but this is one of them. You know, the other titles, but this is one of them. Great effort, on point. Everything was great. This is the warning signature sound.
Darren?
Now you know why I say what I say, Darren.
Because you're full of shit.
No, because you are.
I think Allie steals the show on this one. I mean, and it's all over the comments. The bass line is phenomenal here. I mean, I don't think enough can be said about the musicianship of these three women. You know, Pow again is amazing on the drums. Of course, Danny's voice is tremendous, but this is another great song. Yeah, Louis, I kind of get what you're saying. Doesn't mean that you need to shit on the other ones, because the other songs were great too, but this one is it's on another level. I'll give you that. I really enjoyed this one.
Do you all like grunge? If you all should check out Speed of Light. No, pretty much every last person on this panel and our complete panel from the other show despises grunge. But thanks for the suggestion, Alex. Everybody's. What's that?
I don't hate all grunge, by the way.
You don't?
No.
It was nice knowing you, Dave.
Is it past your bedtime, Dave?
No, I've just got up.
Right.
Well, I just want to say something real quick. Grunge is a category, something that doesn't appeal to me, but there are songs that grunge bands do that I may enjoy.
Are you guys trying to get booted from this show?
No.
Well,
let me add something. The song Wax the Static by Sponge. Is Sponge considered a grunge band?
Yes, I think we did Kool-Aid Kids already, didn't we? That's not even on here. Is he messing with me? Yeah, we did it in the last video.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna.
Right. Now, like I was saying before, Dave and Lewis gave completely retarded statements about grunge music. Allie is off the charts on this one. And somebody had made the comment, they said, look at Danny's face. That's all I do. Is there a band? I just see Danny, which is weird because when I got hooked on the warning, I got hooked on Pow and her animalistic drum playing and her smiling and goofy antics, but it was not long. Danny's talent is just so overwhelming, and her presence on stage, but an amazing song with probably the greatest line I start to use in every day. And it's not new. It's been used in comedy before, but It's Not Me, It's You is just you can't help but sing along with that line and feel the fu that you'd like to give to so many people in your life. But yeah, great stuff.
I wish I'd had the courage to say that to a few women. Not me, it's you.
So Dave,
Definitely
did we
you.
get
Well, just it was great, and I love that bass slide. I don't know what it is about a bass slide, but she does the bass slide, then does the knee drop as well at the same time. It's just,
which, by the way, if I did a knee drop, I would not be getting back up.
no, it'd be kneecap broken.
Yes.
Hip gone.
Grunge is what is around the rim of Lewis's toilet. Yes, grunge is
Yeah.
terrible.
He's be a poo fighter.
Oh, good Lord. Okay. So we've got what next here?
When I'm alone.
Oh boy. Is this the acoustic one I was talking about?
Well, this is acoustic version, yeah.
But it's not the one I was talking about.
No, she just get a little bit emotional, but you can see the eyes are a bit.
Gotcha. All right, here we go.
Well, I've color on the outside, but I only see in black and white. I'm desperate for some light in the corners of my mind. Having hope but not enough, reaching out to find no one. Am I the only soul to have lost all control? It gets hard to breathe, stuck in between all what has become my fake reality, and there's no escape from the voice in my head. It's driving me crazy. Nobody understands. My sanity's not going to last, and I'll smile on through the night. Everyone will think I'm alright, but nobody knows what I'm dragging along when I'm alone. When I'm alone. And I'm about to tear off this page, but it's something I can erase. I wish I could rewrite the story of my life, while I hide every day behind the mask there's pain. They say I'm not alone, but do they even know? It gets hard to breathe, stuck in between all what has become my fake reality, and there's no escape from the voice in my head. It's driving me crazy. Nobody understands. My sanity's not going to last, and I'll smile on through the night. Everyone will think I'm alright, but nobody knows what I'm dragging along
canten conmigo. Nobody understands. Un poquito más fuerte, Ciudad de México. Yo sé que pueden. Nobody understands. Una última vez. Nobody understands. My sanity's not going to last, and I'll slide on through the night. Everyone will think I'm alright, but nobody knows what I'm dragging along when I'm alone. And every day I'll try to keep my feelings hidden inside, but nobody knows what the hole in my soul when I'm alone. Muchas gracias.
Dave.
Yeah, there was a problem there with the where she does the talking. Like when I've seen this video before, you can hear what she's saying properly. It's
Well,
not,
I could hear
Yeah.
it, but it was real quiet.
yeah, but it is
But
a lot higher.
I
than the
could read
original.
it fine. So
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, great performance. This is probably now when, like you, all I could see was Danny. Then
Well, I should hope so. It's always the person on stage.
that's how you see it normally, though, isn't it? So now I get your view. She just does a great job. Like I said, you can always tell talent when someone just has an instrument and their voice. That's it. Don't know what else to say.
A little confused. Bill turned subs on. Is that something I don't have turned on? Or
They're
you
on
just
the video anyway.
yeah, I don't know.
Subscribers.
Get the whiskey out, Rob. I really should. I vowed I wouldn't for this one because I tend to get slurry speech because I can't hold my alcohol, which is why I very rarely drink. But I will be after this, and I'll probably watch that very video part again. Darren. Subtitles. That's what he was talking about.
Oh.
I saw the subtitles right on the screen. Did you guys see them?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's part of the video.
Yeah. So I
Hard coded, so you can't miss them.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Darren.
Tremendous. Somebody in the comments said that she wrote that as a teen. I'm unfamiliar with when she had wrote that song, but it's
15.
It's beautiful. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a tremendous song. I hope that's one that they play live in July. I really enjoyed it.
They normally do it with the whole band too, but
Yeah, it's actually supposed to be an up-tempo song, which it's good that way too. But ever since I heard it acoustically before this, I prefer the acoustic version. Louis.
Terrific song. This way or with full band. One of my all-time favorites. Always a playlist song. Danny is tremendous. You know, singing her heart out, playing the song, you know, trying to restrain her emotions. You know, thumbs up. That's all.
Matt, Rob is melting right now. That is so accurate. I'm just enthralled. And it's not about her looks. Yes, she's an extremely beautiful woman. The emotion that every one of these girls exudes when they're singing is incredible, but especially Danny. She's like got so many facial expressions that can tell a story without even knowing what the words are. It's just incredible. So when it's up close on her, yeah, I just am locked in like a freaking tractor beam. Like I said, this song is so great either way, but I prefer the acoustic. I think it just fits the meaning of the song better. But just freaking spectacular. I've never seen Danny disappoint in my short warning time, being a warning fan. So what do we got next that I can finally take a breath and catch up on comments? I was so locked in, I didn't even realize I wasn't doing the comments.
21st Century Blood's next.
Oh, another good one. All right.
Lou likes this one.
Yeah, Lou's probably going to hate all over this one. 21st Century Blood.
With a new generation lost their salvation, another problem to be solved. Where the groundbreakers honey, living for the money, 21st century blood. Immortal souls dying, empires are falling, we're just waiting to be crushed. Politicians trying, but we know they're lying, every truth has been sold. Hey, hey, yeah, hey, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, hey, we make buildings, so what we need are bridges, we're stuck within these walls. Everyone with blank faces trying to fill the blank spaces that we left a long time ago. Hey, yeah, what will our future hold? Will we regret our addiction to the road? Hey, yeah, we've always been crazy, so let's fly away from through the world that is slowly burning in the flames. Hey, yeah, hey, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, everyone's under pressure because of an obsession with stereotypes around the world. World reservation, but in this situation, no one seems to care at all. Our communication replaced by animation, television has control. Every question answered, internet demands us to worship it like a god. Hey, yeah, what will our future hold? Will we regret our addiction to the road? Hey, yeah, we've always been crazy, so let's fly away and run through the world that is surely burning in the flames.
I'll point it out for you, Lewis, because I'll do it in a much nicer way. For some reason, the lead here is too low. I can barely hear it, at least on my end.
I
ju-
don't really hear it at all.
Can I just say, I have seen this video before, and you hear the lead as loud as you can. So I
Really?
don't know what's going on here.
Huh, okay.
Hey, yeah, what will our future hold? Will we regret our addiction to the rush? Hey, yeah, we've always been crazy, so let's fly away and run through the world that is slowly burning in my face. Hey, yeah, hey, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah.
Okay,
not in
Andrew.
It's
Andrew
not coming
says
through
he
in
can't
mono,
hear
is it?
I will do some checking because apparently they're not hearing it out there either. At this point in time, I'm not going to bother reloading and finding my place. We're just going to continue it the way it is. So go ahead, take it away, Dave.
Yeah, this is a belter, and I said that when we first did this album on review. For kids so young, and they were kids, let's be honest, when they did this. This is just an absolute great song. I said, pity you didn't hear that lead guitar solo because it was really well done. But other than that, I suppose you could really hear the bass and the drums in this mix. It just sounds to me like it might be monoed or something.
I don't see any setting for that. So, and it wasn't an issue that I noticed until that song. So maybe we're in for some trouble here. I don't know. Louis.
One of my all-time favorite songs. Very disappointed the guitar lead was not audible. Darren, check out the album 21st Century Blood is the opening track. You can hear the great melodic, beautiful lead. That thing, it's like this beautiful, glide into type performance that really knocks the song out of the park. And I'm very disappointed it wasn't audible here.
Phil is savage. Phil McCracken. But I love his sense of humor. If I could fix the audio, would I am aware of the issue. I don't know what I can do at this point, so just chill. Whose turn? Darren.
From what I heard, I liked it. Right? I mean, I know we were missing something there. I'm sure Rob fucked up somehow. It's not out of the ordinary for him to drop the ball. I'm running out of new adjectives to describe how much I'm enjoying this. So
Lewis is giving his own presentation right now.
Yeah, I wish he wouldn't.
I'm not wearing my safety goggles. Great song. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to 21st Century Blood to make sure and check out the guitar lead.
Okay, Alex.
Watch the music video too. It's really good.
Alex says he's curious what I'll think about the opening band for The Warning since it's a grunge band. I didn't see any opening band listed for Minneapolis. Did you, Darren?
I hadn't, but I can try pulling it up here.
Yeah, I think it's Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, Raul says nice belly there, Lou.
Good thing my pants up, my shirt was down. It don't look so nice the other way.
Yeah, I'm with you, Gerardo. I'm going to leave it just as it is, because it'll probably make it worse if I try anything. And at this point, we've only got 4 songs left. So, doink, doink, turkey's done. I think the turkey is done, Lewis. The bottom is poking out. Way to go, Matt. You fit in very well here. Hourglass bod.
I wish.
Savage. I love you people. Man, Scotty Miller checking in. You have a permit for that, Lewis?
What category of permit would that be?
He's got the dicky-doo disease.
Yeah.
His belly sticks out further than his dicky-doo.
Very much.
Did you find anything on that opening band?
I'm looking. Settle the fuck down.
I don't want to settle down.
Oh dear. I'm just going to take a quick. I'm going to take a quick break. Hang on.
Okay, yeah, we're all going to take 5 here. So just hang with us, and we'll be right back. It's nature calling for some of us, I think.
What date is it? July 20th.
July 20 something.
3rd. The Fillmore. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Hey, Darren. Now's a good opportunity to check out that song.
I'm looking up tickets or looking up The Warning and to see if there's an opening act.
Is there?
I'm trying to find out.
Oh.
The first website led me to nowhere. Certainly wanted me to buy tickets, though. I already got tickets. Oh. The opening band is the band that one of the commenters said that we should check out, Speed of Light.
Whoa. Well, now that you know that band, why don't you check out the song real quick? It's about 3 minutes. Check it straight from the album. The video's too long.
Yes, Lewis.
Okay. Dave's
So
still not
Rob,
back.
so there is an opening band, and the commenter who said earlier that if we liked grunge, we should check out the band Speed of Light. That is the opening band.
Speed of Light. It's like Lewis's sex life.
No, that's yours.
Sorry, I thought I was going to hold.
Lewis would be the speed of dust.
I thought I was going to be able to hold that
look.
P, but that last comment nearly made me piss
Look
myself,
at
so.
here. We've got the bald guy, everybody. Scotty chiming in the comments. You guys are gay and the warning sucks.
Yeah, and the rock and roll rebel likes bananas for the shape and not the taste.
I've heard he puts them in sideways.
Oh boy. Okay. Saw them in October in Montreal. Met them at the meet and greet. Going to see them in Houston in July. Awesome, Maurice. Pepsi Center concert feature. The Warning did not have a single opening act for the entire tour. That's the way it should be. It should be all Warning. Okay. So we're all back, and what do we got coming up now? Oh, we got Lewis's favorite Warning song, Hell You Call a Dream. Here we go. Real quick, Gerardo, if you had a chance, will you visit Mexico to see The Warning? I would have to say I would need 6 to 7 figures to step foot in Mexico. Nothing against the people of Mexico, but the cartel crap. And from what I hear about tourists being abducted and run to the ATMs daily to take all their money, and no, not a chance in hell would I ever go there, at least without a lot of armed guards. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is all the stuff I've gathered over the last couple of years from people that have went, not that I know personally, that I've read and watched news stories of that. God knows.
If you could record it, make a great live stream.
I'll be getting abducted.
Yeah,
that would be fabulous. Here we go.
I've been invaded by the need to stay inside this cage. Day after day I'm hurting, but I choose to stay this way. Running out of things to say. It's an normal to love what we hate, treating me out just the same. I'm in too deep, give me something to believe. And it's how you call a dream. Blurry as the pain keeps crawling up my skin. The pressure's building and I'm on the verge of caving in.
Oh, Scotty's still chiming in. He likes that one. Dave,
Where's Darren gone?
he's sound was cutting out again, so we had to reboot again. He's
Okay.
having trouble with his internet connection. It's Colorado.
My favorite song of Keep Me Fed.
That's right.
Danny-
That's right. I forgot Lewis's automatic son. That's right.
That's my second favorite. Danny's vocals are off the charts on this one. Powell's drumming, great. Audio is still a little funny in places, but crack. It's just, I don't know. What can you say? I could say what I used to say, remember? The hooks, the chorus. These girls know how to write a chorus.
Lewis, you got some crabby shit to put in here or what?
Not my favorite on the album, but much more enjoyable here. Probably because it was streamlined, simplified, and didn't have all the extra distortion going on or whatever. But yeah, much better here. Very good performance. They all nailed it really well. As far as going to Mexico, Rob, I believe if you were to fly in there, land at the airport, and have conveyance to the arena, you would have a good experience. I wouldn't recommend driving down there. So that could be a big. That would be a different.
I know my brother always used to go, and we're talking, 20 years ago, but once a year he'd go down to what's that resort down there? That
Cancun.
yes, Cancun, and they eventually stopped going because the cartels were moving in there and harassing people, and it started to get to be an ugly situation.
You'd need to get a passport, and that would be another ugly picture that you'd have to have taken.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Darren looks better, partner.
Partly Mexican.
Looks better than Scott. Good.
If you put the hat on,
Thanks,
Rob,
Jose.
you might pass.
You think so? Okay. What now? I've heard reactors and musicians comment on Danny taking the mic and roaming the stage when she's not playing. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's what she should do.
Yes, that's why I say she's the greatest female front person of all time. Have you heard that song before, Darren?
I have, and I enjoy it.
I was going to back it up to hear that scream if you hadn't heard the song before, but you've heard it. So
Yeah, that's one of the few songs that I have heard. Great again.
That's funny.
You know what's wrong with Corey Feldman? He actually believes he's good.
he does. He does.
Yeah,
And
that's the scary thing.
I've watched some of that stuff that he's done. Oh my dear Lord.
You mean the ripoff where everything he does is a complete ripoff of Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Without the
metal
talent?
form. In metal form, yeah. Okay, so we are moving on up, down, towards the bottom, up, towards the top, whatever you want to look at it. The next song is what? Because I ain't saying it. Not today.
Material.
There you go. Rob, have you seen the last shows of the Warning open for? Here's the thing. You think it's a good move for them. I don't know exactly what you're referring to. If you're referring to Powell coming out dressed not how I would want my daughter dressing and acting and dancing in a fashion that really gives the wrong vibe. I've been told that was part of a gimmick for the song, which is made to make fun of the trashy American whorebag pop singers. I don't know exactly what you mean if that's a good move for him. But other than that, I don't know who this Hershey's person is that I keep seeing this name.
I think it's
pop up.
supposed to be Halsey.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's supposed to be Halsey, Halsey.
Is it Sherman Hemsley? George Jefferson? Oh, Halsey.
She's popular. So I think from a popularity standpoint,
I haven't heard of her, so she's not that popular. I mean, I hate Taylor Swift, and I'm forced to know who she is. I've never heard of this person until Warning was on tour with him. So let's take it down a notch on popular.
No, I would think from a standpoint from getting viewership, I mean, getting their name out there, I think it's good. I'm
assuming this is some nitwit bimbo with zero talent that I would watch the Warning and then leave.
No, I think Halsey has talent. I mean, I don't know all of her music, but really the only things that I would be familiar with is what she has done for like animated movies that my 9-year-old daughter would watch.
She just lost all credibility from me right there.
Well, I think she's got an amazing voice. I mean, for what I've heard,
Real musicians with a real career don't
She
do
does.
voice acting until their career is dead.
well, I would disagree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Show me one major mainstream band in our day that did anything for an animated Pixar Disney type movie in the heyday of their career.
Kiss would have if you'd asked them.
Kiss is an
Probably.
exception. They'll do anything for money.
Yeah.
That's where you go to die, when you're doing things behind the scenes for soundtracks. That's when your career is on a downward spiral.
Anime is so huge these days. Though.
Exactly.
Yeah, but who cares about Asians?
Well,
No.
I'm not a fan of it, but it is huge.
Yeah.
Man, well, all I know is Christina Aguilera, Katy Perry, even that Adele creature.
Hey, she's an astronaut. Leave her alone.
Yeah, right. Whatever. I'm just saying, those people I'm aware of as an out of touch 51-year-old, because you have no choice. This cerebral palsy chick, I've never heard of until she was out with the warning. That's all I'm saying. So she can't be that big a deal.
How many insults can you throw at this person you don't know?
Exactly.
It's so easy for me, dude. It is so easy. It's like softball.
You're worse than me when I just say I don't like a song as much as other people do.
First of all, is she American?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so if she's American, she's a whore who's probably been a prop for Diddy at a freak off, and the only reason she's got a career at all is because of who she did on her way to the top. Sorry, that's the way it works here in America. Look at them all, starting with my favorite, who I love, Britney Spears. Every one of these chicks got their break in a very subject manner, and we'll leave it at that. So cerebral palsy does nothing for me, and we'll move on to what do we got here?
Which song of yours do you dislike the most?
All of them.
Just name one.
All of them.
Okay.
Oh, I could hate someone if I've never heard them. Trust me, I do it all the time.
You know, Britney Spears could have the biggest selling calendar. She just had a exiting limo picture on each month.
Jesus, Lewis. You got a one-track mind, dude. Why
Yeah,
can't you just appreciate the utter beauty of a person's aura and what's inside, Lewis? What is damaged in you that you have to objectify women to the simplest common denominator of sexuality all the time?
That's how I like them best.
All right. I'm sure someone's mad that I made fun of cerebral palsy. It's nothing against the disease or affliction. It is just a joke at a singer who's nothing to me, so I can make fun of them all I want. Dave. All right.
Well, as I say, she's had 5 albums. 2 in the US, number 1 in the US, 2 in the US, 2 in the US, 2 in the US. Must have been done all right.
Yeah, but when he goes on a rant, he's always right. So
5 albums?
Yep.
And that last band we reacted to, which was terrible across the board with us, had 9.
Yeah, but
So
they didn't have a number 1.
Amount of
American.
albums mean absolutely nothing to me.
They didn't have a number 1 US album though.
yeah,
Okay, but Justin Bieber did. Are you telling me he's good?
I'm just
People
saying
like him.
from a popularity standpoint. I'm not saying look. I don't
Compared to
listen
who?
to her
Compared to
music.
who, though?
I'm just saying to get your name out there.
But that's
know,
my
to
point.
get-
Without, I'm sure the Warning fans are just pissed right now. But like you said, when Darren starts ranting, it's hard to get him to stop. So
Mhm.
you can't
Me
talk
and
to
you know
me
better.
if I don't know who you are. I don't live under a rock. No, I don't listen to radio stations and listen to Teen Beat podcasts or anything. But I am very aware and have my finger on the pulse of what's popular in this country, because it's in your face at all times. Hershey Bar was never, ever on that list. That's all I'm saying. So I take umbrage with the word popular if not everybody has heard of them. You could be
But
popular.
if you have
at
your
school,
finger
and
on
person
the
next
pulse,
to you has never heard of you?
how could you not know? Just because you haven't heard of her doesn't mean that she had a number 1 album. So obviously you've missed something.
No, I missed nothing, because if it was that good, I'd know about it. Or even if it was that overrated, that it was that good, I would have heard it. Like I said, I've heard a ton of Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, none of it by choice. And I don't listen to local radio. You can't avoid it. That's all I'm saying. Popularity is different than mild success. Having a number one hit this day and age, where streaming is the number one avenue for that, means absolutely nothing,
Do you
because
think
there's
it's
nothing
possible
to do
that you may have heard something from her that you just
Possible,
didn't
but I've
know
never
it
heard the
was
name.
her?
but I never heard the name. That's all I'm saying. You guys are defending pop artists a little bit uncomfortably for me, right?
Coming for somebody who loves pop, right? You admit
80s
it.
pop, when it was real talent, not auto tune. That's all I'm saying. That's
I
all
couldn't
these
even tell you if
liberals
she does auto tune. I'm not
She's
defending
an American
her
pop
or her
singer.
music.
Of course
I'm
she
just
does
saying.
auto-tune.
Again, if it wasn't for her having a song off of the Sing 2 soundtrack from that show that my daughter has made me watch multiple times, I probably wouldn't have heard her for myself. But I'm just
lie.
saying
You
that
listen to
she's
all that
popular.
pop shit.
What's that?
I said you lie. You listen to all that pop shit.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a subscription from Teen Beat yet.
Oh,
You haven't
yeah.
canceled.
Mhm.
Are you bored, Lewis? Dave? You started this, Dave. Don't ever defend
didn't start
garbage
it.
music.
We're responding to a guy's comments.
Jose started it.
Yeah, Jose
Yeah.
started it. Jose.
You know, the sad thing for that guy is he wasn't even talking about that band. He just said the warning was opening for them. Did we think the warnings thing was that? That's how sensitive I am to over popular bimbos. I just,
Now you need to go and get that Vagisil and rub it all over you because you're a little irritated.
no, 'cause I'm energized. I'm fine. Don't bother me.
I think you're a little
What
irritated.
bothers me is that three educated music fans are defending artists they
No.
also don't know.
Don't blame me. Don't blame me. I'm not saying a word about that person because I know nothing about him either. So
Well, that's
count
what we're
me out.
saying. If you don't know anything about them, you shouldn't rap them too much because you don't know.
Well, that's it. I'm not saying a word, good, bad, or
I don't know.
indifferent.
I don't know them that well either. But
Well,
I
that's
know they're
incorrect.
popular.
That's like saying that if you've never driven a NASCAR, you can't knock NASCAR. Sure, I can.
Well, I'd probably like to drive one.
You can make fun of anything you want. That's the beauty of living in this country. Anyway, I don't know how it's done down under there, Dave, where you got to give everything a proper listen before you can have an opinion. But that ain't
Well,
how
we
it
like-
works here.
It's called educated opinion.
Educated to, I won't go there because I don't want to start a country versus country discussion that will
Yeah,
end badly for you.
we're already warring with you enough. Don't start more.
I'd edit all this out, but we're live. See, don't set me off with pop music of the today. It's just a bad way to go. All right. What is after cerebral palsy here? I've lost all train of thought.
Material.
Okay, there we go. Here we go. One song that Lewis never gives a fair shot to, so we'll see.
A veces las cosas obvias son las más difíciles de ver. Te asfixiaste con tus propias manos. Cuando todo apunta que por fin alguien te viene a rescatar, te encuentras nuevamente abandonado. En tu martirio
Okay, real quick. Doesn't this remind you of Animosity when it gets to this part? Like the whole "it's not me, it's you" thing? I've always kind of thought they sounded similar. This part of the song. No?
Sort of.
So I should just sing animosity to this thing. And I'll know what
It
they're
just-
saying.
I know I don't know what they're saying either. I still don't know what it means, and that's on me, but it just sounds similar. As soon as that chorus starts, that's "it's not me, it's you" starts to come to my head for some reason.
That's like saying AC/DC songs sound the same.
es tu destino. Entrégate.
Okay, real quick, Brave Retreat Studios. I almost feel the same way about Minneapolis as Rob feels about Mexico. Yeah, I'm going to be curious to see what it's like. I haven't been in Minneapolis now for about a year and a half, but I've heard it's gotten really bad, carjackings and all that stuff. Hopefully, they've got that in check now. But Dave,
Darren will protect you, mate.
yeah,
Look at him. He looks like a gangster.
he does, especially with that toothpick.
I love this song. Like I said, I've got no idea what they're singing about, but just got a great melody to it. And excuse me, the harmonies. We haven't actually spoke much about harmonies tonight.
No, it's a given though.
And Danny's vocal again, especially that scream at the end. What can you say? I'd sing along if I knew the words.
I can say I'm a little surprised that you, being the biggest Warning fan I know, still hasn't researched to see what that song's about.
What's about Marxism, but that's all I know. It's like a
Yeah, but you're getting that from the title. I'm a little disappointed in your fandom there. We might have to do some examination on your Warning Army membership.
well, it's locked in, so
Okay.
Louis.
Well, give me a minute. I have to go to Darren. I'll get back to you.
Well, if my 9-year-old daughter was here, I could try to see if she could translate it, since she's had 3 years of Spanish.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Good for you. Good job. I wish someone would have forced me to learn.
Make me feel bad now.
Yeah, we've had her in the language academy for the last 3 years, learning Spanish. But she is currently not here. She's visiting relatives. But no, obviously I don't know what the hell they're saying, but I love the melody of the song. Again, I think they did a great job. It'd be cool to know what they were saying, but even without it, it's something I could still listen to again.
Yeah, Rob, you're the producer. Do some research.
I don't research. I'm lazy, and I admit it.
Obviously,
Louis,
Louis looking at the lyrics.
Okay, I'm just going to read you some of the words. Sometimes the obvious things are hard to see. You suffocate at your own hands. When everything points to finally someone coming to rescue you, you find yourself abandoned again. In your martyrdom down, it's your destiny surrender. You try to find an explanation deep within your being, and you fall back into the void. Finally, you realize secretly that the pain will stay. It will be your new life of martyrdom. There's no turning back. You can't escape the fire at your feet. And the darkness, you will lose yourself. In your martyrdom down, it's your destiny surrender. That's the first verse, and that's all I'm going to say. So now you know
my audio was choppy right there. What was that again?
Sometimes the audios are hard to... No. It ain't gonna happen.
Go for it again.
It's never gonna. No, you almost. I really thought. I thought you might have missed the last verse I said. But anyway,
who else is disappointed Louis didn't actually sing that?
Because because I don't know it well enough to sing. My singing's terrible anyway.
Well, we know that, but fans like it.
But I don't want the Warning fans to suffer. But anyway, it's a good song. It's solid, and the lyrics should have to be rewritten to rhyme in English. But you can't knock the song. It's solid. It's good, and that's all I'm going to say.
Tony voice is awesome. Rob, Father, your mindset about Mexico is what happens when you start watching cartoon or cartel execution videos in the dark web. I don't blame you. It happened to me. I have watched a lot of that. Not even on the dark web, just YouTube. So that's part of it. But there was somebody, back in the mid-Biden administration, it was a pretty big news person, celebrity, was saying they went down and their car was being circled by a few cars, and the cab driver said, do not under any circumstances get out of this car. So it's just little tidbits like that, plus I love watching good guy, bad guy, real life stuff. I'm a sucker for high speed chases and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm seeing the worst of the worst, and that's in any city, anytime. But it is what it is.
Most I know about is from Sicario.
That's why flying in is a better option if you would ever choose to do that. That's all I'm saying.
The writer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics loves the warning and has put them in one of their issues.
Really?
Wow.
Now that's big.
Return to sender. Yes. Elvis is fabulous. What is that? Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, we are on to Evolve. Here's what I'm noticing, and maybe you diehard warning people out there can give me a little history lesson. It seems like they could work on their set structure, because it looks to me, I mean, other than Evolve, they got 2 songs on here, including the closer, that really aren't show-ending material, in my opinion. They don't seem to want to go out with a heavy, hard bang. They kind of want to go out happy trails-ish. I don't know if that's by design, how they prefer it, but being in the rock metal world, we're used to the ending songs basically ripping your face off and leaving you basically devastated as the lights come back on. But we'll see.
All night.
Well, that's a bad example. That song sucks. All right. Okay, so we are up to what? Evolve?
Mm-hmm.
2 to go. Here we go. absolutely amazing. I love that song. The performance is amazing. I love the watching Pow on that middle part. The smile on that girl could light up a room. Dave.
Yeah, well, it's when you said they don't end the concert very strong. I'm thinking,
I said other than Evolved, and maybe I'm not remembering right, but isn't Narcissista a balladish type song?
No.
Oh, it's not. Okay, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
No, it rocks pretty hard at the end too. So,
okay, that's not the other one that's sung in Spanish, is it?
Yeah.
And it's a harder. Which one is the ballad that's sung in Spanish? They had a really beautiful video, like in the desert.
Yeah, that was that. Wasn't
that's the one I'm thinking of?
That was Martirio, wasn't it?
I guess I don't know. I'll find out in the comments. Go ahead, give your take.
All Spanish songs sound the same to you.
Yeah, I froze it here because it says you are right, Rob. So.
Yeah. Well, not all commenters make comments. I love this song. This is one of their best. I know Louis will hate it because I like it, but yeah, it's just Power commanding that audience in the middle and her scream, fantastic.
Okay, Fabian, Martirio, is that right? Material?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, I got it right. It's kind of understandable for Portuguese speakers as well. Is there? This is my idiot simplicity as a dumbass American. Is there a crossover with Portuguese and Spanish? In all seriousness, I'm just asking. Because I know from my job, there's like for the Puerto Ricans will tell me that some of their Spanish is different than Mexican Spanish.
Yeah.
So I'm just
so
curious.
I mean, yeah, Spanish is different. Like, my sister's boyfriend is from Guatemala, and so the Spanish that they speak there is different than what is spoken in Spain, and certain things are said differently in Spain, Puerto Rico, Guatemala. So certain things that they would say there, would make them laugh, the way that it's said in other Spanish speaking countries. So, yeah, I'm assuming there might be some crossover with Portuguese, maybe, but obviously I'm not a language expert. But
okay, you got a supporter in Jose.
I appreciate that, Jose.
And while we're at it, what's your take on Evolve?
Again, speechless, blown away. It's a great song.
Wow, I thought you were going to go negative there, the way you were shaking your head.
No. It's again, I'm running out of positive ways to say it. So
welcome to your introduction to the warning. Truly, like me, it is you do an interact or a reaction video to reaction video is like, should I just copy and paste my freaking words because you run out of ways to express. And I'm not saying they're the greatest band of all time. It's just incredible what a 3-piece band can do that it just blows my mind sometimes.
Yeah, I don't want to come off as, unoriginal or anything like that. But again, how many songs are in this second half of this video or this concert, right? It's so again, it's
3, 6, 9, 12, 13.
Yeah. So it's getting more and more difficult for me to explain how much that I'm enjoying this. I mean, again, outside of the one song that I thought was a little bit weaker than the others, and
which one was that again?
Sick. And I'm not trying to, and I am not shitting on that song at all because I still liked it. I just didn't think it was as good as the others. But again, this song was done really well.
Louis.
When did Rob send you the memo to say you didn't like Sick much?
He did not.
I swear to God, that's why I did that whole spiel before I put it on, that I had not said a word to him about any song.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, your memory's not as good as you think it is. When we reviewed the album, you and I both put Evolve at #1 for the Era album. So it is, in my opinion, and Dave's, the best song on the album. I'm glad they performed it tonight for this episode.
Whoa. That was on Queen of the Murder Scene?
No, that's on Era.
You put that at #1?
Yeah, Dave and I, we both
Really?
put Evolve. We put Evolve at #1 on the Era album.
Okay, I figured Dave would go a different route, but okay.
Yeah, it was, and it's a tremendous song. They nailed it really well here tonight, and that's all I'm going to say because, I'm anxious. Is there one more song left or more than that?
One more.
One more. Okay, we'll see how the last one goes. And if I remember, sometimes I can say I'm bad with albums and titles and everything. I always have to recheck, like, what album is this from? I just know when they're not off of Keep Me Fed, but I don't remember which of the three that some songs are on.
To
but
be
I
fair,
remember Evolve being definitely aired because I remember picking that as the best song of the album. At the
to
time.
be fair, Louis, I was trying to forget that I agreed with you.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Alex Robinson, do y'all like Buffy the Vampire Slayer? To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen a single episode. I'm well aware of it. It was huge here for like a decade at least.
Yeah, it was big here. I've never seen it. But she
I
was
was a big
hot.
fan of all that stuff. I don't think I've ever seen an episode.
I've seen a
She's
handful.
hot, right? Sarah Michelle Gellar, is that her name?
Yeah.
And I think she's pretty still hot too. Like recent days, I think I saw her in like a cooking show or something.
She hasn't aged like we have, but she's
right.
hot.
Yeah, she's hanging in there.
I saw the original movie. It was pretty campy, but it wasn't bad.
Okay. All right. Before you guys give us another tangent off a topic here, and I got to try to reel us back in. Automatic Sun is the current show ender, says Maurice. That is a good choice, and that would leave Louis just standing and chanting more, because he'd want more to be played next, because those are his two favorite Warning songs. But I'm happy that it's the closer. And here we go. Speaking of closers, Narcisista, I can pronounce that one. Here we go.
It's all about you.
Yeah. Whoa, Bill says there's a 2-song encore. Are these not
No,
listed on the
no.
list?
So what he's saying is Evolve and Narcissista with the 2-song on.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
Ok, Ciudad de México. ¿Están listos para cantar? Los quiero escuchar, ¿ok? Esto es Narcisista. Dicen que hay que rezar por mí. Tan preocupados, pero no veo que estén rezando tanto. No es para tanto. Dejen ya sus vicios, aléjense de mí. hacer. No le veo el punto a pretender, no intento más, porque yo ya sé. Detrás de las cortinas ellos siguen hablando, buenas intenciones siempre salen sobrando. No creas que me engañas con ese disfraz, porque tú no sabes nada. Corres la voz y no te callas, me tapo los oídos y simplemente digo déjenme negar la lista, no soy loca ni malinchista. Dicen que soy egoísta, condenada narcisista. Volveré a negar la lista, no soy loca ni malinchista. Dicen que soy egoísta, condenada narcisista. ¡Muchas gracias! ¡Muchas gracias! Desde el fondo de nuestros corazones, muchas gracias.
Okay, Darren's a funny fucker. I did not have a Chevette. I had Trans Ams and Firebirds. All the talk of Chevelles, I will weigh in. I see someone preferred the Challenger or Charger over the Chevelle, I think it was. Yeah, Challenger or Chevelle. My dad, rest in peace, had a 1970 Chevelle SS cherry candy apple red with the black racing stripes. Raced here locally on our main street for many years. Big slicks on the back. Incredible machines. Those Michelle's. Chevelle were. Michelle was a good machine too, but that's a different story. Dave, Narcissista.
Should I tell you what I think about it in Australian or English?
Either way.
Well,
We can
g'day,
understand
mate.
you, barely, but
We actually do speak English here. Unlike
Before you
whatever we
go,
speak over
Brian Steele makes a good point. It's a shame Danny can't shred. To all those idiots who think because they don't have solos in most of the songs that she obviously can't play guitar, which she can. I would go as far as to say if Kiss would have had Danny on lead instead of Ace Frehley, their popularity would have been much higher and they would have been much more respected. Since Ace couldn't play or sing, you'd have a double ringer here with Danny. What do you think about that, Louis?
I think you're an asshole.
Okay, Dave, go ahead.
Oh, I think I would have been great. She would have been my favorite member.
Yeah.
Definitely. I love that song. Once again, no idea what they're singing, but the song just rocks. I think it's a great closer. And always, just amazed how Powell manages to sing while smashing the crap out of those drums. I can't do either, so.
A lot of people seem to be ready to check off thanking us. And yes, we had a great time. You guys are so freaking amazing. I never would have thought that doing live videos could be so fun. We still got 122 people watching, 2 hours and a half in.
Thank you.
Yes,
to the
you're
Warning
all
Army for
incredible.
welcoming me to the show.
Yeah, and you guys currently, I won't speak for the 70s, but currently you guys beat the ever loving shit out of the KISS Army for dedication and just support for your band. It's just freaking incredible. So we thank you for sticking in here with us. Louis, your thoughts on Narcisista?
Very first time I heard the song, I was starting to think, why don't I know this song? I had to look it up. It's a single. It's not on any of the albums. I made a good first impression. I don't want people thinking because I called Rob an a-hole that I'm dissing Danny. She's terrific. She's wonderful. But Ace is not the terrible person he always likes to make him out to be, you know? So that's what I call him, that nasty proper term. So, you know, and just remember this, folks. We as KISS fans, KISS had an army first before the Warnings did. So come up with a new name, all right? Like the Warning Gang or the Warning whatever, you know?
No, you don't want to be in a gang.
No, not a gang. Or, you know, but anyway. But as far as these two video nights of this and last week's episode, I like last week's episode a lot better. And I'm still going to probably just, I'm going to.
Because Scott was here?
I'm very disappointed that Danny's guitar was not audible in 21st Century Blood. Darren missed out on something terrific.
Yeah, that's us era, not a video era.
Jorge's got it right here. It says Lewis is okay by me, but he does look like he needs more fiber.
A little more.
It was somebody with the last name Colon. I mean, I'm sure it was Colon.
I've been a large belly boy for a long time.
Darren, your thoughts on Narcisista?
Another great tune. I liked it. Obviously, the first time hearing this one. Good heavy tune. I think Danny did another great job. Like I said, I was already looking forward to the show in July, and now it's tenfold. So, very excited for that show in less than 2 months.
I'm excited for you too.
I'll make sure we take lots of pictures with him and send them to you immediately, and maybe every day thereafter. Maybe we'll take 365 pictures and send you one a day for a year. I think that would be great.
That'd be good. Where was Jay Bake tonight?
I don't know. He's a busy guy though, so I'm sure he's got a legitimate.
I'm waiting for my news.
Oh yeah, Matt, hilarious. I could take a rib. KISS Army was more like the Coast Guard. The Warning Army is the real deal.
Coast Guard people are very important. They work daily to keep our country safe.
Rob, waiting for your meet and greet is supposed to be. That's going to be something. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. I haven't heard nothing about the Warning, the way they handle it. You get mixed reviews on bands when you hear meet and greet stories. Some of them are like, you step up to the table, put down whatever you want signed, you stand next to them, they look up, take a picture, and you're gone. Others are, you actually get to sit and shoot the shit with them for a few minutes. I guess it depends on the band, the time, the schedule, and how many people have bought packages or how many they allow. I don't know what to expect. All I know is just being in the same room with them is going to be fucking surreal. As it is with any musician I've ever met, even if they weren't, a band I was crazy about. There's something about being in the room with a celebrity that I'm far from a fanboy when it comes to celebrities. I really don't give them any special treatment, but there is a certain feeling that you get just because you're next to someone you've seen on TV, listened to on the radio, watched in the movies, whatever the case may be. And I know they're going to be fantastic, unlike some of these rock stars who are absolute disinterested jackasses from what I hear. These girls seem like such sweethearts off camera. So I'm excited for it. I don't expect too much out of it other than to get Dave's album signed. That's good enough for me, but it's going to be fun.
From what I've heard from other people when they've done their little the things, they've said they're always very welcoming. They do talk to you. You don't feel like you're just being, there's the door.
Yeah. And if that's the case, there's generally a reason for it. And it's usually they got a schedule they got to follow. They got so much time to accommodate so many people and gone. But there's a difference between that and being an utter jackass, which I've heard about a few people in the news and on YouTube from fans, Ace Frehley being one of them. So, no, that's legit, Lou. That's why I was legit.
Yeah, that's right.
That's legit. I mean, that's
You
why
are.
I asked Scotty to be sure how it was for him, because I had watched 5 or 6 different people within the last year talking about what an absolute jackass he was at the meeting.
What did he say about Ace Frehley? I can't remember. Did he say it was good?
He said it was okay. I mean, he said he didn't say a lot or anything, but
No,
Yeah,
I asked him that too, because I had heard the same thing, and he gave it a generally positive. I mean, let's see, he said just got some things autographed, got a photo with him, but that was about it. So it wasn't like he rushed him off.
It was a huge smile he got from him.
Yeah, but it was very basic, and so I mean, and I don't know how much he paid for it, but
I didn't ask him that.
But that's just it. I've heard some horror stories about other bands or artists that, you pay this exorbitant amount and you get very little. I mean, it's different. I've seen some of the prices for like Kiss and things like that, but that you walk out of there with with like a signed guitar, and things like
signed
that.
guitar and stuff.
That's different, right? I mean, but if you're paying to meet and greet and things of that nature, and you are rushed off, I mean, I've heard stories where you don't even get a picture, you don't even get an autograph. You basically get to walk through a line and wave, and then you're gone. And so
well, some of the stories I had watched about Ace is he wouldn't even look up for the camera when it's time to do the selfie, and he don't get up. You don't get to stand next to him. He sits at the freaking table, and you stand beside the table, and you're both supposed to look at the camera, and he'd still just be down signing, and you could see him just push the damn autograph over to him after he was done. I mean, just a genuine jackass. Bill here says they are screwed with Palsy. They had to move their meet and greet to after their performance because the Palsy fans were complaining about the Warning fans getting the rail. Well, life's a bitch. And the Warning fans should get the rail because I've heard of the Warning. I haven't heard of Hershey Highway. So thank God this is Warning as the main band and not Cerebral Palsy. So thank you, Bill, and by the way, I let it go because I know you guys hate it when I rant. By you guys, I mean Dave and Louie.
We used to
many comments coming in backing me up with who the hell is this Halsey person. So that ends your popularity argument, and there we go. Did everybody give their take on Narcisista?
Yeah, but I got 2 things I want to say real quick. Number one, with all the meet and greet prices, everything, that paying to work Gene Simmons and seeing him all day long is a bargain compared to those meet and greets. All right, so to stop complaining about that. And number 2, in case I was not audible and I ended up repeating it, the Coast Guard works daily to protect our country. So I respect the Coast Guard. And you want to put Kiss to that comparison, that's good. Okay?
Let it go, Louie. Let it go.
No! I don't let things go until I've had my say. Now I can let it go.
Wipe and flush.
Bill says the one thing he did not care for is, or some don't care for, is the Warning when they all are wearing shades. Yeah, there's 2 kinds of people that wear shades indoors: blind people and douchebags. So hopefully they're not douchebags when we're there, because that is kind of dismissive. But hey, Rob not hearing about Hershey Highway is not a bad thing. Thank you, Matt. All right. Anybody else got anything to add?
No, I haven't decided what we're doing next, but I'll work it out.
Yeah, everybody's pushing that Poland show. So all of you need to message or hit the comment section, address it to Dave, and bug him about what's next so I don't have to take the blame.
And check your audio settings.
Are you talking to me, you bitch?
Yeah.
Yes, you cunt.
Oh, that's a bit off.
All right. Thank you all 106 of you that are still hanging in here. It's been a riot. Let's see. They wear shades when they haven't done their makeup. Okay, so it's a, women are so fragile about
Yeah,
that.
but I don't think their shades are that dark. I think they're just tinted. I don't think they're like blackout shades. Do they wear blackout shades?
I don't know. They wear shades if their eye makeup isn't done. Who cares, man? They're beautiful girls. You don't need to worry about your freaking makeup.
Maybe
Women,
their
right?
future's so bright.
If only guys could get away with fall. You realize that you're a dude, and
Really always wear shades.
We meet a chick. We now got to worry about foundation, any kind of mascara hiding a lazy eye. You got fake lips, fake eyelashes that seemingly bump you in the face as they turn their head in your direction. Stuffed bras, padded bras, ass implants. You got all this fake shit, and what do guys have? This is what we are. Take it or leave it. No false advertising.
Unfortunately, they usually leave
it's
it.
like ducks. You ever see a male mallard and a female mallard? It's the male mallard with the beautiful green shiny head and all that, and the female mallard is just all speckled.
Well, pheasants too. The male pheasants got all the pizzazz, right? And the female pheasants are just bland. It don't matter, girls. If you're beautiful, you're beautiful. Keep the shades off. I mean, come on. I'll tell them. I'll set them straight. I'll say Louis from Toons Brothers says you shouldn't wear shades because you're beautiful just as you are. And he doesn't like the song Choke because he hates to hear you talking so negatively about things to yourself. Yeah. And he also says, with complete disrespect, that as much as most people with a common, brain cell loves the song, he really thinks it is a piece of garbage that you did Automatic Sun.
Oh, yeah, that I agree with.
Yeah. And he would like you to do it. This guy's saying, do it. All right. Enough pissing around here. You guys have hung in long enough. Gerardo, you're coming one of my favorite dudes, man. They are protecting their eyes. Pau is so short of you. Yeah, she's like 5 foot. That's gonna be hilarious to see.
I know she wears normal
glasses. A 5 foot girl since my first girlfriend, which I've seen in the last decade. But 5 foot is funny, right?
The good thing is, Rob, is when Shannon gets older, she'll probably be less than that.
My wife is barely 5 foot.
Hey, I've already shrunk 2 inches since high school.
That's your penis.
That's just in the pecker.
Yeah, fuck all you guys. All right.
Not with that small penis.
Next Saturday, we don't know what it's going to be yet, but it will be fun, I'm sure. And if it's a disaster, you blame Dave because he picks the itinerary. And 5 foot stick of dynamite. Yes. And I'm going to not disrespect any of you and just say I'm done with comments because we're checking out here. Thank you all again and see you next Saturday.